Alright guys, so we got a few more pieces in. We've got this piece of Coosa in. We are actually coming to the end of getting all the Coosa in place. Hey guys, I just thought I'd let you know what Robin's been up to.
We built a box. So out of some scrap materials, we built this box. Oh my god.
You're dragging the stand.
Turn. Ugh. A little sticky, it's got blush all over it. Because we did get it epoxied last night.
This is actually the first time I've noticed really the amine blush, but it's quite waxy. I think because of the humidity. I'm not sure what conditions actually bring out the amine blush, but I have a feeling it's a high humidity level, just from what we're seeing. So just to show you the inside. And this is just simply a box to cover over the hatch. Yeah. It's nothing fantastic, but it will suffice to do what we needed to do, which is keep water out of the back the aft cabin.
So we actually have built the forward and aft of this box to be 2 inches shorter than either side, because on our cabin top back there it does have a curve to it, so hopefully it'll help minimize any rocking.
Sort of a little crown for the runoff, right? Yeah. So that the water runs off the top of the aft cabin deck. What do you call it, the deck?
Cabin top.
Cabin top. Cabin top's more appropriate.
So that's why these sides are longer and these ones are shorter. So.
And it's only a temporary solution, so.
Yeah. So we buy a new hatch and install it.
So we'll show you what we mean when we get it on the boat and in place.
But first, let's give it a wash.
I think so.
Pretty gross. All right.
Warm water and some the Scotch-Brite.
Scotch-Brite?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You won't be able to use it where you put the glass. Robin put the glass there because of the seam, just to make sure it's waterproof. And we're gonna have to cut off that little bit of the edge there. But because
it was scrap material and our board wasn't quite long enough, we needed 32.5 inches and we only had 29. So we just added a piece.
So Robin's gonna get to work washing it up.
Yeah. Check back in a couple minutes.
All right, guys, we got this all. Actually, Robin got this all cleaned up, so there's no more amine blush, and we also cleaned up the edges of the glass where she glassed. Put a piece of glass there just to ensure it being waterproof between the seams. So now we're ready for the install.
No more waxy buildup. Nice and smooth.
And Robin did it all by herself, right, Robin?
Yeah, I washed it off.
Huh?
I washed it all by myself.
Making the piece.
No, you helped a lot. Kind of took over the project.
Actually, you know what? It's always good to have somebody else working, especially when you're doing a lot of cuts, just to make sure you don't do a stupid mistake.
Yeah.
So we did this quite well, I think.
Yep.
It's not a big, important project, but it is in a way, because it allows us to move forward, or actually backward, on the boat. We're moving towards the stern. Yep. And that's where this piece goes.
Are really bad out here.
And it'll allow us to, and Robin's arguing with some mosquitoes. All right, I think it's time to move up where the mosquitoes are less, or non-existent. All right, back in a few. All right, guys, there's our piece in place. Robin is taking a little break over here while I put stuff on top of that again.
It's hot, it's muggy. Carry on.
All right, so I did actually have a bunch of stuff piled on top of it, and then I thought, oh damn, I better show you guys what we've done. The whole idea in the next few days, hopefully, is to give you guys a little bit of a tour of where we are in terms of our progress on the Coosa project for the deck. I would say we're at least 95% right now. So we're going to give you a little bit of a tour as we complete the last little bit. We're off this week. We have a whole, I guess 7 to 9 days to work on this, plus some other stuff we want to do. And here we are. And hang in there, guys. We'll show you the rest of what we're doing as we get things cleaned up, because it's a bit of a, well, it's more than a bit of a disaster.
It's a work zone.
What would you say, Robin, about
it's a work zone.
It's a work zone?
It is a work zone.
It's not a disaster area?
No, it's a construction zone.
Okay. All right, you heard it, guys. It's a work zone. So, Robin?
Trying to clean.
All right. We'll get back to you guys later. Bye for now. All right, guys. So we got that all stacked up back there. You probably heard the fan running in the background. I apologize for that. So Robin's been doing a bit of cleaning because tomorrow she has to remove that core material and that glass, the skin I should say, and the core material from that area working back towards the stern. So she's all excited about that, aren't you, Robin?
Yep. I got a lot of readings of 30 and over, so it would be interesting to find out how nasty it is.
So that's going back what? A year? Just over a year.
Just over a year ago.
Yeah. We're having trouble keeping track of the time there, guys. It's it feels like longer than it's been in some ways, and in other ways it feels like it was yesterday.
Yeah.
So she cleaned up all this area. It may not look 100% spick and span, but the whole idea is to just get it so it's workable.
Yeah. You can actually see the after the boat, which we haven't seen in quite a long time. As a matter of fact, I haven't seen the after the boat in over 2 years.
Well, don't forget, guys. Robin hasn't seen the aft. What I'm talking about here is this section where the aft cabin top. She hasn't seen that since the boat got here because it was covered with all sorts of crap. So she was kind of astounded today. It was kind of funny. I
forgot how big it was. Honestly, I literally forgot how big that area was. So I think I can have a sun pad over here behind the Traveler.
The other thing I'm thinking about is extending the, not really the deck, but the stern pulpit out just a little bit, because there really isn't a walk around on this boat, and I would like to have some kind of walk around at the back. So if we make that out of something, maybe some more Coosa with some carbon fiber, just to make it as light as we possibly can. It may not be a permanent thing. It may be something we deploy when we're in an anchorage and we remove when we're on the move. So I'm just thinking about this, thinking out loud kind of thing.
And I can see where it comes out where the windows were intended for the port lights of the aft, now that I've cleaned.
You can?
Yes. Here, let me take you back and show you. So if you look, it popples out right here and down there. So that's where the intended port light would be. It's already in the mold, so just more work, but we definitely need some sunlight and some ventilation back there in that aft.
Like a dungeon.
Roomy, but it is stale back in there. So what are you gonna say for today?
I say I wish we had the core finished. I'd love to see that finished, and then we can start onto the bulwarks. But the other thing I'd like to say is please follow, join, subscribe, all of that.
Don't forget to share with your best friend. Yeah,
we'd love to see a few more subscribers. We are right now, I think we're not really doing that great. We're at 186 subscribers. We'd like to make 200 subscribers, guys. Please, please, let us make 200 shortly. All right, guys, we're back, and we're going to start removing some Coosa, removing some core material.
You want to start that again?
We don't want to start removing Coosa. All right, guys, we're back here, and we're going to start removing some, or at least Robin is going to start removing some core material from the area she's going to be working on. The area I'm going to be working on, I'm finishing up cleaning the surface in preparation for Coosa. So that's our plan for today. All right, so we got the side open a little bit to allow some air to come in. That's a little bit nicer for us to work. And we'll show you what we're doing up top. All right, so this is the area that we're working on now. You can see we have some of the Coosa pieces in place. but still there remains a lot of the original outer skin and the core material. So the plan is to clean this area up where the core material has been removed, and back there towards the what's that, the port side stern area, Robin's going to start removing the core material from there. So we'll keep you updated as the progress goes.
Cutting out core today from the port side towards the aft. We've got numbers of 18 up to 30 and over. We're just going to go from here to that metal part because we got to get that out sometime. So here's some more core removal.
All set?
Godly hot.
It's a little warm today, guys. Probably around 30 degrees C. What's that in Fahrenheit? Around 90-ish?
Freaking hot. And then
All
put
right.
a Tyvek suit on and gloves and respirator, and it sucks.
It'll be all worth it. We'll sit here one day having drinks.
Yep.
All right. Good tour. Meanwhile, guys, I'm going to be working on this section up here. Just finished cleaning that out and get some Coosa pieces cut for that. So I don't want to cover too much of this in detail because we've kind of done the Coosa replacement to death, and I'm sure you guys are tired of hearing about it. And once again, we're tired of doing it, and we'd love to be past this, but we're nearly there. We're about 95%, I figure. Another 5% of the core removal and Coosa replacement, and we're good to go. All right, we'll check back in with you in a little while. Hey, Robin.
Bye.
So I see you got your piece all sanded out and everything, and I've got this piece all ready to go.
Yep.
Coming on board?
Coming up, and then more template making.
So Robin did a template for this one here, and that's ready to go. We've actually just cut the piece of Coosa.
I did not bring that up.
That's fine. And I've got to kind of sand that a little bit because we did put a little bit of
Hot glue squeeze over.
hot glue on some of the holes just to stop any water from going down below in case it rained. Come on board, we're expecting you.
It's a lot cooler here today.
So this is the piece that we got all sanded out the other day, and this is the piece that Robin's going to make the template for. We got a little delayed in what we were doing because of the heat. The last couple of days, Robin really couldn't work. It was just too hot, and I was going to bring her over here and
Kill me.
yeah, basically.
Yeah, we still got some sanding to do.
All right, so we got a little bit of sanding to do there, Robin?
Yeah, we still got some wood here.
Okay.
Over here.
Okay, we need to clean that up a little bit more. Can you see where that line is, where I was talking about, where it changes?
Right here.
Exactly. So that's the line where you're going to make that next piece, for the template for the next piece.
Alrighty.
So we are slowly getting there, guys. I was hoping to get a lot more done this week, but the temperatures have been pretty extreme. Yesterday we just decided to go to the water park and
Get fried.
take a day off from roasting so we got fried instead of roasted.
Yeah. Because it was unbearable. It was well over 90 degrees F and humid as H, and it just really
Yeah.
messed.
We're expecting a little rain today, so we probably won't take the chance of bonding these in. If you look in the distance, you can kind of see it's kind of cloudy, and the weather forecast says thunderstorm. So we're just going to get everything prepped. Also, there's this small piece here with the drain is. I want to get that removed and a template made for there, and then we'll have a good portion of this side of the cockpit finished. Basically, the foredeck is done, so we are getting there. It's kind of very frustrating at this point because I want it to be further ahead, but that's the way it goes. You know, if we get too frustrated, we wouldn't be able to do the project. So we got to just do what we can when we can and keep motoring. All right, guys, so we got a few more pieces in. We've got this piece of Coosa in. We are actually coming to the end of getting all the Coosa in place. There's a small piece here missing, and I'm going to turn you around in a minute. You can see what we have left at the back. The foredeck, except for one spot, that was just Robin. in the background. Obviously she hurt herself. What'd you do this time, Ryan?
Ouch. The companionway stairs aren't attached and it came back and bit me.
Alright, this happens from time to time. Alright, and so the foredeck is pretty much all done, with the exception of having to fill in one spot with Coosa where the one knee isn't completed. So that's kind of where we stand there. So looking towards the stern, this is all we have left. Basically that tapered section towards the stern and to the port side of the aft cabin.